stream is live. So yeah, we are continuing with Djinncito versus Kiki, or Enrique. Um, my computer's acting like crap, so apologies if things look bad. Not necessarily seeing any alerts, uh, but it is definitely super slow. Uh, so I don't know that I'll be able to keep an eye on chat either. Okay, so this is a Crane Unicorn dueling deck, and we have a really good Lion deck. It is a little troubling how good this Lion deck is, and we do see. And I was going to say, we see a turn one Uji with 2 Fate. So with the Kakita Dojo, which means Djinncito gets to get whatever 4 cards he wants to play right this turn. Yes. I'm trying to recall if I can remember off the top of my head what we saw yesterday. And I think there was one Voice of Honor under Uji, but the rest were some attachments. And Djinncito does a low bid to blow up the Obstinate Recruit. I like it. Yeah, that is a total logical move. Not that it matters all that much, but now Mozo's turned off. Yes, that is true. Although, did I pull up the decks? I don't know, but I did. Yes, I did. Okay, cool. Hey, it's almost like I'm paying attention and being prepared for stuff. He is on the Unicorn Splash, so there's not really any kind of attachment control beyond the T houses, which we don't see. So we do see a Kakita Dojo duel. And now I expect we're going to see a bunch of cards get dumped out from underneath Uji. And, you see it? Proof. The attachment didn't say it came from Uji. Yeah. So we'll just have to pay a little bit closer attention to it. So we do see the Hunting Falcon to scout it out. So now the Gaijin Customs that's possibly under Uji or possibly in hand is turned on. Here's an interesting thing. The Kakita Dojo, I think, shut off the Tactical Ingenuity. The duels loser. Yeah, it turned. It can't. The loser can't trigger its abilities. So this might be like the turn for Djinncito to really pull ahead here. Mm-hmm. Everything else specifies printed. No, the new Scorpion card. Um, well, okay, so the Shosuro Deceiver, I think, the one that has the quote unquote infinite loop associated with it, if there's multiples in play, gets. What's that? Correct. It does. It's another effect that doesn't specify printed text box. Um, okay, so exposed courtyard for even, and he picks the logistics. So logistics is going to get recycled. He's just stacking up city because why not? I do like moving the Kiki Dojo over to Suma. That kind of forces Djinncito to get rid of it if he wants to use Suma. Yep. Ooh, we see a pass from Djinncito, no stand, and a pass from Enrique. So looks like we're going to have a very uneventful turn one. Uh, maybe. Yep, there's a pass. Okay, so I actually feel like line came out ahead that turn. Yep. Uji is halfway done with his combat tricks, um, which means he's just a big ball of stats now. So we do see some cheap bodies for in service. Asuko, and over on the crane side, make sure that's all legible. Yeah, okay, cool. We see Doji Diplomat, Cunning Negotiator, Veterans, Doji Challenger, another Cunning, a Netsu, and another Veterans and a Proving Ground. And that is another Proving Grounds. Okay, so that Cunning Negotiator? Yeah. So I guess this kind of forces Enrique into a low bit here as well. Suko's ability requires to be more honorable. I mean, she's a decent boss. I mean, she's a ball of stats. Yeah. Doji Diplomat comes out, finds the fertile fields and pursuit of justice. Uh, a levy comes out with his friends, and we go into the draw phase. And both players bid 5. Alright, fuck it. So there's. Yep. Uh, which is kind of I say annoying. It's unfortunate because he got a body he didn't buy. Oh no, he bought the magistrate off of it, so no, that worked out okay. I guess the magistrate was going to honor itself anyway, but now it can more easily win its duel to draw cards. All right, so Uji at City. The Province 2, I assume, is the one that doesn't have Exposed Courtyard on it for blind player. Yeah, so we see, we know in order from our perspective, Uh, Come on. Yeah. Uh, no. Did that look at the? I know I just looked at the stupid thing and I've already forgotten it. Uh, okay. So Art of War is in Province 3, which is next to the Fertile Fields. The hunting film that just came out this turn saw Into the Forbidden City in Province 2, which is not the exposed courtyard, so we know Central's on the box. And we see Uji becoming a tower. Uh, I'm assuming since we haven't seen those two cards underneath them get played that they're cancels. I got an itch. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Like, I think no matter what you do, you're going to lose City of the Rich Frog, and I think that is a dead call to war as long as Uji is uh, on the board. Ooh, excuse me. Thank you. Um, yeah, I don't. I'm not liking. So I guess actually with an exposed courtyard here, you just keep throwing events until either you bait the. Oh no, he just lets it go. Okay. I guess he's going to use that on the offense instead. Yes. If Djinncito doesn't flip a duplicate, Lion should be okay. Yeah, I think that should probably be the primary target to go at. Uh, and what's in his discard pile so far? Even the odds and bonsai. Yeah. Yeah, so Suko is gonna walk forward aggressively and probably aggressively enough to get a break here without worrying too much. So as far as ready effect, I think it's just the guide customs and the RTO quasi ready. Because he's only got one set of steps, and that is not turned on yet. And I know I stepped out of it, but he is on just two guide customs. Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna see. Yep, there was one voice under Uji. Djinncito drops a bonsai. So uh, There's a second Way of the Lion from hand. Defend your honor. Totals are... Oh no! No. That was not a... I don't like that bit from Djinncito. Now granted, a duelist training just showed up, so probably is okay. There's a let go for it. Yeah, no, that might be a problem, because there's another duelist training, there's another let go. That was a... there's a voice. Okay, so he's okay. Uh, we're gonna find out here in a second, because we see Way of the Line get ready to get played again. Uh, I think Djinncito has accidentally broken his own city. Yeah, because if that Way of the Line gets played, Djinncito will be one behind Tsuko, and there's still a Sharpen the Mind. Yeah. Okay, so the new name is to bring it up to tie. So, oh no, that because of the favor, it's winning now. Uh, here's a question. Here's a question though, right? Like, oh no, there's an RTO. Never mind. That's fine. Do you just bid 5? Because once you don't have to. Well, no, I was gonna say because I was thinking because if Lion loses, Q could still bow out. Like if Lion had won that duel with Q Nakoma, it bows out both the diplomat and the negotiator, and then can in service to swing back and break city on political. Yeah, but he still has or Djinncito still has the option to start a political conflict with the diplomat. So the way I was thinking was to just deny a second conflict to Djinncito, but that is probably a bad idea. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We do see a call to war get played. Uh, how did Spectral Visitations get flipped? Oh, Shoshinaki. Okay. Oh, but he lost the RTO, so that's not going to do anything. But that Spirit Caller might. That Spirit Caller is not going to do anything. Okay. Yep, Q Nakoma bows out the negotiator anyway. Diplomat's not going to be able to do anything. Such issues with Shoshinki or Kie, whatever. This round, yes, but like as a card, like, hey, congratulations, you made a card that looks like it has a cost, but it's really just 2 effects. Gaijin Customs readies the Negotiator. Goes back to Fertile. I think you stay out of the way of the Negotiator here, which it looks like Enrique is wisely doing. Well, he did play a Call to War. Oh, Prepare for War? Yeah.
Definitely would have rather seen an Earth Ring.
So, most of it's Dishonored. Is Djinncito on... no, for... Okay. So Mozo is just a little potato. It's fine.
By the way, something we see from the Crane deck is that it's not on Doji Hotaru. So with how prevalent I would say, or how strong Lion is, especially after the RL, I think that's a mistake.
Not to be on Hotaru.
You really want that champion trait to be able to
Yes.
play into the newcomer.
Actually, this deck might maybe do Kuwanin instead of Hotaru.
Right, Kuwanin is also
But
an option.
he still has it's a much more, like, it leans the deck more towards military conflicts, which might not be necessary, but...
It depends a bit on the meta, I think. If your bow effect in military is going to be worth more than your double
Double rings,
ring,
yeah.
which
Because there's sometimes that double rings don't do anything.
wait, what?
Sometimes, like, double rings don't do anything.
That's a very small sometimes, I'd like to say,
I
but
mean, it
yeah.
is, but, like, sometimes, I mean, that also comes down to matchup, right? Like, against Unicorn, for instance, like, a double Void Ring is not super pertinent.
Definitely against Unicorn, you'd rather have the bow effect out of a military conflict.
Yeah.
The thing is, I forget Kuwanon is a champion just because.
He's not a champion.
Sure, he's trying to take it over, but it hasn't really happened in any sort of way in the story yet. So
I always refer to Kuwanin as the Crane Clan fuck up. That's a trait that he should have.
he's just a boy trying to find his cause and doing a bit of stupid shit along the
He
way.
just wanted Daddy to love him, and now Daddy's dead, so he's just flailing about randomly. I don't know. So there's the second customs to Ready the Negotiator again. So I think we are basically out of conflicts this turn. Unless Suko gets stood up.
Yeah, and here's where that Earth Ring comes into effect, because using the Gaijin custom just for the possibility of not losing a province and an Earth Ring feels kind of bad.
That's spicy. There's a renowned singer. And because of those 2 duels,
Yeah,
what are we going to see?
yeah, definitely. It is active because of the 2/1 bits from Djinncito. Definitely something to keep in mind if you know your opponent is on
Yep.
the singer.
And like I really like that card. I especially like it as Scorpion. It just is hilarious. It looks like he wants Let Go, so he gets a Let Go. So that will get rid of. We've got a political conflict going here. I don't know what that gets rid of actually. Prepare for war. That was expected. No, no in service.
Sometimes,
Interesting.
yeah, he could just not have it. It's a 2 of, and he's on the top 19 cards of his deck.
Uh,
Um,
what are we gonna? We're probably gonna see that maybe the Chronicler come out now because Spirit Caller's bigger anyway. So I think that's just a threatening body. 9 is a pretty good number to come at this with.
yeah, and I think at this point I just want the let go that he took from the singer to potentially shut down
Yeah,
the
I think
talisman that might come
that was
out.
a like. There's nothing on the board that needs immediate addressing with a let go. And Djinncito is on just one let go, or one talisman. No, he's on two talismans. I made that mistake last time too. I can never remember. Um, yeah,
Two talisman. Yeah, I think that Sharpen the Mind on the
no,
Mozzo hasn't been used yet, so Lion definitely has
yes.
break potential
And the
here.
fact that Djinncito is down to 3 cards means that a break is quite likely to happen. Um,
Yeah, I don't think he has a card which
now,
can save the
so
break.
we'll see if Sharpen the Mind get used, and that'll basically be the end of that. Pitches have prepared for war. And there's a pass, so City breaks. So, oh, I guess he did do he did a call to
Yeah,
war
definitely.
earlier. So, oh, we're seeing him stack up City of the Rich Frog for value. Um, but since Enrique did play a call to war earlier, um, Uji's sticking around anyway, which doesn't feel great.
Right, right. Um, yeah, this definitely looks to be going downhill for Crane. He might have the pressure on political conflict since Atsuko hasn't been honored and he lost the
Yeah,
ability to
I also
easily
think
do so, I think.
Djinncito still has like a large military tower and a large political tower that also is 6 military. So I think he's okay. I would put money that that last card under Uji is a Defender Honor. Uh, there's a Master Tactician, so one bids from everyone. Uh, Kaizen gets bought with 2. So yeah, 2 courtyards with a logistics or 2 logistics, 2 prepare for wars, a way of the line, a bonsai, and a renowned singer. So Enrique has access to any card he needs, and both players bid 5. Okay.
Yeah, the honor total doesn't really matter in this matchup, and Lion just wants to look at starting to get ahead of Crane, and I think at this moment, every card Lion that is going to be drawing is going to be
I
more
that's
power or more beneficial than whatever card Crane is going to be drawing.
probably very accurate. I mean, he bid 5. The Master Tactician's going to let him see a number 3. The Renowned Singer is 2 of his choice from his discard pile, or 1 of his choice from his discard pile. And then there's 2 exposed courtyards as well. And Netsu does not get bought off Suma again. So that probably could have stayed the Kakita Dojo. Just Suko at the Fires of Justice, or Pursuit of Justice. Fires of Justice is a completely different, completely terrible card.
Um, it's not terrible. These days I've been trying some more Lion builds with it. But it's not as relevant as the other builds, just because recurring let go is so much better than than having the Fires of
Yeah,
Justice
right.
available in most cases.
Uh,
But it's definitely not a bad card. Um,
I guess with what is it, the Battlefield Aspirant and Issue a Challenge. Oh, I got disconnected.
yeah, same here, but it seems to be safe.
I am not okay. Reconnection to lobby is good.
Yeah, we Zaza could definitely, and on the other people on the team, we definitely looked at making the games more stable when it comes to reconnecting. So unless the server actually went down, I don't expect any hiccups.
Yeah, go away. Sorry,
And
I'm
yeah,
refreshing the page. Like
Djinncito.
it doesn't always reconnect for me, even though it says it does. And my computer is still fucking terrible. Uh, oh, why today? No, don't update my password. Okay, so back in the game. The artwork's all mostly loaded. Waiting for full screen. Okay.
Yeah,
And
so at the moment we see Djinncito
Defense with
thinking about his
Kaizen.
design as blockers.
Oh, he's trying to figure out his blockers. Okay.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out blockers, and at the moment he's for quite a dilemma because overcommitting is just going to get his board bowed out, which
It's super not
is
good.
is slightly favoring Lion right now, depending on how many ready effects Lion has for him.
Well, he's been
Um,
through 2/3 of his deck, so there's got to be some fans of Command and at least one
yeah,
in service at this point. On top of the Master Tactician just sitting there looking like a bastard.
yeah. So on top of the Tsuko is going to break if I undercommit, and I'm going to get bowed out if I overcommit. Lion just has even the odds available as well for the overcommit if he really wants to break, which is going to bring in an 8/8 Master Tactician.
God, I hate the Master Tactician so much. Like, I know we're kind of planning on doing a rambly stream tomorrow about problem cards, and I actually think Master Tactician is the only card I can think of that its stats are a problem.
Yeah, definitely with all the like you could attribute it to the commander synergy, and been there's been crammed way too much into the commander slash boosty
Yeah.
package, even for a clan like Lion.
Okay. So Djinncito does a court games. That is not going to do enough. Enrique doesn't have to do anything here because it's still going to break. Djinncito murders a renowned singer. Man.
If artists weren't underappreciated enough, he's now also just killing them off. This is coming from a crane, by the way. Like the audacity.
Yeah, apparently my terrible Spanish is basically that is something along the lines of singing is a dangerous career.
Right.
So Suko triggers her ability. She doesn't care if she's honored or not. Um, Enrique loses, or not, Djinncito loses 2 on that one. I kind of like, I would like to see Enrique do a 1-bit, given the fact that, like, he would have kept the singer alive at that point. This is going to Art of War, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, out of War's Province 3, I always forget you need to start counting from the stronghold side. Uh,
Oh
so
yeah,
this would be out of War.
yeah. Like now that that's clicked in my head, that basically you start at Dynasty and work towards conflict. That'll help. So we see a big old push on political here.
I I definitely want him to see Djinncito go void. I think the only way
Yeah,
you win this game is going political into the stronghold next turn and going after Lion's more weak side.
yeah. So that's actually kind of an interesting thing. I think I don't like when Enrique did the Shoshinikie that he flipped Spectral Visitations because I don't think he really got anything out of it. I mean, I guess it did help him break, but
No, definitely not the moment to trigger a spectral, I think.
yeah, like because he already knew what the other he basically knew what your provinces were, and Spectral is the only one that cares about when it's revealed. So that feels like a thing that should have been saved.
The argument you could make is that Djinncito is on the Diplomat as the restricted card, so he could always reveal the
Oh, that is true too.
Stronghold province.
And Spectral is just for the phase, isn't it? Oh, apparently, my mouse
Yeah,
has decided
for the
to.
for the face.
Of course,
So
my
if you
camera's in the way. So, yep. So, I think Enrique just lets this happen.
um, I'm definitely scared of this break as a Lion player, but I also don't see a good way
I mean,
to
so
contest it at the moment.
if you honor the master tactician, um,
The problem is
that's still not
he
stopping the break.
yeah, and he needs to have one of his 2 chord games to honor the Master Tactician at this moment.
Yeah, and I think the fact that that one card has been sitting under Uji this entire time, I really do think that's a defend your honor. So we see no defense pass. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay.
Djinncito making the
discard.
ever-present face when you discard in service to my lord.
Yep, that's that's how that do. So that really does mean we're going to see the Master Tactician and Mozo just stroll up to Sumo and break it. Maybe just Mozo. And then Exposed Courtyard will fire off and get the Prepare for War to fix Suko, who will get stood up by the in service that's sitting on top.
Yeah. And yeah, here we see the Void Ring. Definitely didn't like the Earth Ring there. If he loses Uchi here, I think his chances at winning just
Yes, I think
are
so too.
gone.
Goes with just Mozo though. I guess because he's got even the odds and wait, even the odds is on body count, not force, right? Or is it on
It's
force?
participating characters, so at the moment
Okay.
even the odds can't be played.
Uh, I'm kind of surprised he didn't go with the Master Tactician.
Um,
Because you have the straighten, so you don't have
yeah,
to
I
be.
think well, you definitely go with Motso because of the straighten because you count in service to my Lord Master Tactician.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not
yeah.
a unique.
I mean,
But
Enrique might
I
just win on cards here, right? Because he pitches a second in service, so that's not great for Djinncito.
the in service don't really matter at the moment though. Um, you are not going to break on military. That is not the plan right now. Um,
No, but
and
what it like it basically it's a free card to discard. Like that negated the cost of Sharpen the Mind.
yeah,
He didn't have to pitch a
for sure.
useful card. He just pitched a card that is just fine in the discard pile.
Um, I don't think Enrique can lose this conflict, but being too cautious here and not winning this void ring is very punishing in my opinion, and he
Yeah,
definitely could have
he could have got like the
he
Master Tactician
definitely
should have
could have
got it
committed more.
because now he has to play cards to win this. Whereas with the Master Tactician, he could have very easily gotten away with just raw numbers and save the cards for next turn.
Yeah, and also if he was worried about ready effects, we've seen two guys in customs, and if he played it correctly and he still has the let go, um,
Yeah.
he
So I guess
can,
the steed is the last ready effect. Um,
yeah, basically
I don't think Kaizen is really going to win the RTO duel. How many of those have we seen? Just one.
one.
Okay. Okay, so there's a Way of the Lion. That'll bring him up to tied.
So yeah, here we see the Defendiona, which is being debated, I think.
Is I guess he is big enough now, but there's still an exposed courtyard that I don't. Oh no, I got triggered on the logistics.
Did it?
I thought it did.
I do not see a. There hasn't been a military conflict yet, aside from this one, so I don't think it
Oh
has been
no,
activated yet.
maybe that was last turn. So there's the defend your honor. I think you just bid one here. This isn't like line has the resources to mean this isn't a duel that really matters.
He decides to go for the winning bid, correctly identifying the 2-bit from Djinncito.
Okay, so there's a talisman, so we should see that let go just get snapped.
Yeah, the last voice of honor would have still been a possibility, but with 3 cards, apparently he doesn't have the last.
I guess that talisman came from Uji.
Yes, either that or the defend your honor. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if they're.
Okay. There's the steed, so are we out of Lectos?
Well, no. Well, yes, technically. He didn't have the timing window to expose the card.
He still had a let go in hand.
Yeah, okay. Knowing that one was at the bottom of the deck, but with tactical ingenuity, he might have drawn it last turn even.
Might have gotten shuffled up, so yeah, I think as long as Enrique can break here, this is yeah. So we're gonna see Kaizen eject. I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. What are you? You
Like,
give up potentially saving the province?
To launch an attack you can't win because he's got 2 in service to my lords in his discard pile to stay out, so.
Yeah. Yeah, not sure about this move. Exposed Gojo wasn't used yet, so I think Mozzo is going to break either way. So in the end, it might not matter much, but.
So we do see him pick the Prepare for War to fix Zuko.
Yeah, I think in the end, the speed of the steps not being able to resolve is just going to mark the end of the game.
Yeah, no, I think we are. It's all over, but the crying, as the song goes, because Uji's gonna die, or actually, no, Uji's 15. Uji's the one that dies. Although the cunning negotiator is 8 political, but fucking Suko's 7, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way forward for Crane here. There's the in-service.
Yeah. There's definitely not enough power in on the political side in Djinncito's deck to, especially with 2 cards, to do anything here.
Oh god, yeah, there are only 2 cards. I guess the upside is Enrique might deck himself, which is a moral victory, I guess.
How is Enrique going to deck himself?
I mean, he might. He's at 9 cards.
Yeah, it's almost virtually impossible if you take in service to my lord into the equation.
I mean, don't come
Because
at me with logic and reasons.
even if you play it from hand, it still gets shuffled in, so you can't be milled out. Unless you force a lion player to draw a card during um, during when he has 0 cards in this deck.
Yeah. There's the third exposed courtyard, a Zentaro, storehouses, the Akoto Reserve Company, so who cares about that? Yeah, this is not looking like nearly enough.
Well, we do see a pretty big political force, and that's the thing about Lion. It usually doesn't have a way to um, negate force. And here, um, Crane finds another tree with the owner's rewards being revealed. So,
Is
and
Spectral a fire?
Crane might get there on the political attack.
Actually, that is true. Spectral is nope. Spectral's in Earth Province. So
Oh yeah, I forgot. Right, that's not going to that's not going to
so
do anything.
well
Ooh,
it
and he flips
it, it
Crane into 2 dojos. Ooh.
ooh, that's not a good seasons. Um, oh, that actually is very unfortunate because 8. That'll make that 15. Crane actually has the numbers to push a political break now.
Looking at the Lion deck, how many even? He has 3 even deals. So 1 being in the bin.
Yeah, but he also just pulled a Doji Challenger, right? So everything goes in, and you just pull everyone in as well.
So I think the play is you defend with Tsuko, you sharpen the mind, and then you play a 2. Oh, he did 1.
Uh, oh,
Well,
uh,
it matters for the duels.
it does because now Djinncito can't win a duel unless he just starts off already winning. Um, no proving grounds though, so oh man, man, that all feels weird.
I mean, he can't win a duel, but you still need to bid higher as Lion to win the duel,
Right. Well,
even against
that's
gun
what I'm saying. Like
negotiator at the
he
moment.
can't automatically win any duel he wants. He has to start off drastically ahead because otherwise every duel is a one bid. Um, but
Sure, but it doesn't really. One bids at the moment win the duel against Master Tactician, so um, the play here really is like Lion needs to get above defend your honor range, which
we've
Crane
seen
still has.
we've seen two of those though, right?
I think we've seen 1, or am I miscounting?
Nope. There's one at the very bottom
All
and
right, yeah,
one at
okay.
the top. So granted, 7 cards left in the conflict deck, so maybe.
So there's 1 more voice and 1 more defend your honor. Um, I think the only way Lion gets enough, although he has 2 Master Tactician, it's going to be.
Yeah, Lion has the entire deck at their disposal.
It's not so much the deck as the political power they represent. I'm just thinking about the skill Lion can find in political. And the biggest increases to me are evening the odds,
And there's
the
one of
Master
those left.
Tactician.
Prepare for wars.
I see 1 in the bin.
and one has been played off of a courtyard. Or no, one was played off of a. No, one was a courtyard.
Yeah, I think it hasn't been reshuffled yet, so I don't think he can find the prepare for one.
I mean,
Oh,
if he
oh
can,
no, the most bottom. Wait, there's how many service to my lord?
there should be
God damn it,
two.
Lion deck.
I know, right? It's like he's played 12 in service to my lord. There was only two, so one of
The,
those.
the last the last two cards he put on the bottom of his deck were prepare for and service to my lord. So he can't find them with the first tactical ingenuity. That means that there
Well,
isn't even the odd.
he can find him with the first one if he plays off the top of Master Tactician.
Yeah, okay, that's true as well. Wait, is there a battlefield? No,
Uh,
there's no
ooh,
battlefield.
ooh. This is like the only fucking time this happens. There is no battlefield. I always assumed that ability is turned on.
Looking at the power he had with both of them in play, I think he needs to be careful not to play into Defend Your Honor um and the Last Voice because he might not get them in with even the odds.
Now, 13. Oh, hang on, my dog's going nuts. I'm gonna mute.
Okay, so we see Enrique correctly starting off with building up Tsuko. We see a Kakita Dojo probably to bow the Master Tactician. Yep.
Sorry about that. One of my
Yes,
dogs.
I'm going over. Are you still connected? It says you disconnected here.
Oh, did I? What? I think I might need to get a better streaming computer now. I don't know why this one has suddenly decided to just so aggressively shit the bed today.
Yeah, at the moment we see the 7-power Kaizen initiating a conflict with the 6-power Master Tactician. 1-to-1 bid, the Tactician gets bowed out.
Ooh.
Immediately gets a fan of command.
So now it's just going to be a question of is there going to be an even the odds? Oh no, never mind. It's not the Kaizen duel. It's Dojo duel.
Yeah, it's first a Dojo duel because now
Yeah.
he still has the opportunity to bow out characters.
Okay. There is the fan of command you predicted, and I am just constantly fluttering here. This is not good. I wonder if I'm having an internet issue.
Yeah, we see Negotiator duel to go up in skill.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, imagine if Crane had just gone for the Void Ring last turn.
Mm-hmm.
They would have a 6 political power Uji as well.
Yep.
Um,
I mean, at that point, well, no, I guess you can't even run the risk. Like Uji could probably push through a military conflict on his own. Except,
uh,
except Lions played like 8 wave lines this game, so there's probably never 12 in hand.
Now we see the draw between the Tactician and Kaizen because he got an extra power from the fan of command. We finally see a card games.
Oh crap! I disconnected again. I don't. I don't understand things anymore.
Yes, disconnected. Djinncito plays his own card games, which might get defended on it by line.
Is there anything?
Yep.
Okay.
At the moment, we see no break.
Okay, so I'm back temporarily. Uh, Saying he miscounted because he didn't count the +1 off the fan
Yeah,
of
and then
command.
I think Djinncito says it didn't matter because of the +1 from the fan of command.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, Djinncito had no option to bid one, so
Oh, he's saying he's got another fan of command in hand too. So
yeah, okay, that could have mattered if he wants to go against Kaizen's duel, which we haven't seen yet.
yeah, but I think Kaizen is. Oh, he's a 7, so he can eject himself against both of them, which I think he's going to have to do. Oh no, he did formal invite, so he is breaking again. And
Yeah, I
there's
think
a
we've
yeah.
seen all of. Okay, yeah, this is the second fan.
So now Kaizen has to
Um,
eject.
no, there's still a few bits of power left.
There's a
And that is the
talisman.
assassination.
Yep, sort of a diplomat. The one political skill, or the one target, is enough to stop a break. But that talisman will keep Djinncito alive this turn. Maybe. Actually, probably not. Yeah, I think Kaizen needs to eject.
Yeah, aside from a new name, I don't think there's any more points of political power.
No.
And we see 2 on the field, and 1 is in the bin, so that card is out of the question. Okay, yeah, and it seems like Djinncito has given up and uses the challenger to move in the chronicler.
Really? Why the Chronicler and
Yeah,
not the
this
other
is
Master
him.
Tactician?
I think this is just him saying, I have counted if you have to prepare for and you have no fates, I'm going to dishonor the tactician. I'm going to send Kaizen home. Oh wait, yeah, if he moves Kaizen home, he doesn't win the firing anymore.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, then it's definitely wrong to not bring the tactician. I
because
guess the
like
argument is you rather see him bow the tactician to ready Tsuko than bow the chronicler to ready Tsuko.
yeah, but the tactician can just attack uh, at the Kikita. Oh no, never mind. Standing Kaizen, so that's okay, I guess. I don't know. It just even if the tactician is dishonored, because he can still go water and get the fate for prepare for war. You have an easier time defending against that than you do. You have an easier time defending a conflict against Chronicler than you do Master Tactician.
Yeah, yeah. I think this game is just. This game wasn't Crane's game to win until he didn't go to take the void ring off the table.
Yep, it's kind of remarkable how uh, a relatively small decision like that can have such a large impact.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I went to Worlds, I had the honor, I guess, of losing my second round game to Coyote, who was playing a Shirokitsuki deck, because I went on the wrong ring on the last conflict. If I picked any other ring, I would have won that game.
I see. So that's your excuse.
I mean, yeah, I did a stupid and lost because of it. I think I was one of two people he beat that day. Okay, so conflict at honors reward. Did go water, so prepare for war is an option. Um, Honestly, here I think I would not have used that ability just yet. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. You don't have any more stands.
Yeah, this wasn't the conflict he's going to win. I think the important bit here is um wait.
Yeah, so because we see the in service to Ready Suko, and now she's gonna go
Yeah,
attack Void at the uh, shameful display.
well he got defend the ornament. But
Ah, yeah, but is that enough? Like, oh yeah, 11 to 5.
technically there's still a Soshini here, which can ready the master. Oh no, it can't. There's no province
There's
to
no,
flip up.
yeah.
So this is interesting. We are going to have a dojo and a Kaizen and a cunning negotiator against a master tactician unless we see the call to wars.
I don't. Maybe actually no. You probably do call to war if you have it. Um,
I only saw one in his bin. So
yeah. It's never call to war is probably the third or fourth card from the bottom.
yeah, no. See, he had two call to wars in hand. So okay, now Lion just wins the next. Uh, he still needs to let go. I think he might have one.
I am, I think, a little bit behind. They are just Enrique just passed his last conflict for me, or
Oh yeah.
on my screen.
So
So
I'm in the dynasty phase.
holy, I must have disconnected then because oh no, there we go. It's just really fucking
Yeah,
slow.
definitely.
I apologize. I do not know what has happened here. Um, it's kind of a, oh, actually, I think I might have an idea. And
So
finish.
you might just need to refresh your browser and see
No,
if you can get caught up.
it's just playing the Call to Wars. I wonder if I had your video fairly large. That may have been eating up some processing power. Maybe I don't know. We'll go with it, and I'll see if I can figure something out to make this not be terrible for the next ones.
Yeah,
Oh nope,
we see the.
oh god, I just disconnected. Fuck you, internet. um, Let me
So
refresh this here.
play-by-play here, we see the let go discarding the talisman in the draw phase, which was the final let go that was possibly in hand for Lion. But having saved up his board with the two call to wars, this military attack is going to be rather devastating.
Yeah. Wow, I just reconnected and immediately disconnected. Okay, no, I'm back in. Hopefully, I can
Right.
stay stable for the last 5 seconds of this game.
It seems all he has on our bid are too much for Dunzo's computer to handle.
Apparently, I don't know. Like, this is a shitty work computer, uh, so I may set up my other computer in my office instead. I don't know. I'll fuck with it later. Um, So, yeah, goes political. I just have to be a little bit behind there.
You seem to go political just to spite the
Yeah,
crane
just
player.
yeah. Apparently, that's what we're seeing. He's going political, just to spite the crane player. Although, so Jesus Christ, even after he reshuffles, he can still play 4 more cards from his conflict deck with the Master Tactician. Because now there's a battlefield in play.
Yep.
I don't know why. God damn it. I don't know if it was a developer ruling or if there was some arcane precedence, but I don't know why each one of them applies its own effect.
Ah, cool. It's a. I think it was a developer ruling. From a pure technicality perspective, it's a really awkwardly templated card. Um,
Yeah,
that definitely took a bit of work.
yeah, it just. I think I'd be less upset about Kachiko hitting the RL if Line didn't get to do this 9 times in a turn.
Like if I had to design the card, I would have just had the constant ability. If this character is participating in a conflict and there's a battlefield in play, you may look at the top card of your deck and then action play the top card of your deck, limit 3.
Yeah, that accomplishes the same thing that one of them would, and it stops a stupid interaction from. Or no, I guess you could just do no, because Max doesn't bypass the limit.
If it limit is the way to keep it like it's now, if you would want it to only work 3 times, no
Uh-huh.
matter how many master tacticians you have, then yeah, it would need to be max. It would also have to be limit 3, max 3,
3.
because
And that would be the
um,
first time we've seen that on a card. Is both a
yeah,
max and a limit.
because
Um,
if you only do max, then um,
you would need 3 of them to do it 3 times.
yeah, basically.
Um, is Djinncito just having a long think about this, or is my computer?
Djinncito is just, I think he's just seeing, okay, how far can I still go with the hand I have? But I mean, I don't know why Lion went political. I guess if you look at it,
It's just to
his
slap
stats,
it on the table.
his stats aren't that much bigger in military,
Well,
like
no, because
2 points.
I guess it really doesn't matter, and it would have made more sense to go military because I don't think there's any Way of the Lions currently in the discard pile. No, there's one, two,
All 3.
or all 3. Did I miss one? Um, so yeah,
Yeah,
if all the Way of the Lions were in the discard pile, then I'm only seeing 2. Either way, that's not enough to make a difference. Um, it looks like Djinncito's run out the clock. Or is that just my computer being.
um, no, he still has 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
Really? Huh. Over here, he's in the negatives.
Well, I rather trust the game and the game is not having told
Yeah,
to the people that he ran out of time rather
yeah,
than your
yeah. No.
disconnected
So,
connection.
yeah, ignore the clocks on this video. My computer has completely gone tits up here. Apparently, I've leapt forward 2 minutes in time through the magic of disconnecting, reconnecting, and refreshing. Man. So yeah, there's there's nothing here. Even there's no talisman because I both of those are in the bin. All hail the new tyranny of lion.
Well, we say that, but this was like Crane was winning this game,
Crane,
so
Crane was winning, um, and Lion certainly stabilized, and I think a large part of that was due to the fact that Crane didn't go on that one void conflict.
yeah, I think this was just a good conflict. I mean, conquest focused game between
Yeah, no,
Crane and Lion.
this was a well played game. Um, I'm mildly irritated at the issues I've had. Um, that's not a reflection on the game, but it's just you know I would have liked to have had a more consistent uh, output than the weird pile of disconnects and reconnects that we've had today. Hell, for all I know, I'm muted on the stream. I think you're missing the push to talk because I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, it seems
Okay.
like I did not that much. I just said, well, Lion takes the victory right here.
Yeah. Uh, I'm still not seeing any motion on Djinncito's side, but I assume the clock is just going to run out.
No, no, the
And
game has concluded. He has
oh,
broken the stronghold province.
oh well, it's just frozen on my screen. So hey, that's a perfect end for the shit show that my computer's decided to put on today. Is we got to miss the ending. Oh fuck. Okay. Well, thank you, Tom,
I
for
guess
joining
that
me.
means we are going to see a Lion Crab final.
Uh, that feels likely. Um,
I don't know if these were the semifinals or these were still group
no,
game.
I actually this game I believe was a top 8 game, a round 2 game. I don't know. I'll have to look at the brackets.
Yeah, I just see
Oh no,
Itagi saying
yeah,
this
he
is
just got top 4, so this was a top 8 game.
yeah
Okay.
okay.
So I still do think this line deck is very very strong.
Yeah, sure. It's
And
definitely very strong. But Crane can still match it even without Magistrate Station. We can see. So there's
oh yeah,
definitely
I think this
um.
is definitely a an indication that Crane is still okay.
But I think Crane is more than in a good place. In the case.
Yes, thank you for joining us. I apologize for the shit show my computer put on. I'm going to go throw it out the window and